Keep Me Warm by Pika Boy on AO3. Summary. Todoroki wakes up from a nightmare and goes to his balcony to cool off. Sero happens to be hanging out on his balcony, so they hang out together. That's it. That's the plot. Short and soft. Todoroki leans his head against the wall of his dorms. He tightens his hands into fists and lays them next to his head. He was doing so much better, so why was he here again? The cool night air drifted through his open balcony door and calmed the hot air that had gathered around him. He reminded himself to breathe. The crisp, cold air tethered him to reality and washed any remnants of his nightmare. The sound of a balcony door sliding open startled him away from the wall. He heard someone sigh. He wondered who it was, Sero or Sato? Nightmare mostly forgotten and curiosity getting the best of him, he wandered out to his own balcony. Sero gave him a wave and a smile. Hey, Todoroki. Nice night, huh? Yeah. Todoroki turned to look out at the night sky. The moon is bright tonight. Yeah, Sero sighed again. Man, I wish I could see more stars. Stupid light pollution. I can't see a lot of stars from my house, but I can see more than this. Guess that's the price you gotta pay to live so close to the city. Right, he agreed easily. The floor of the balcony looked inviting, and he was tired, so he sat down. Cross-legged, he leaned forward to rest his head against the smooth, cold metal of the balcony railing. Man, aren't you cold? Not really. Flame flickered in his left palm. I can warm myself up pretty easily. Oh, right. Sero laughed at himself. Of course, I totally forgot for a sec. Todoroki hummed quietly in response and turned his attention back to the sky. Mind if I play some music? No, go ahead. Sero smiled and pulled out his phone. It fit easily in the large hands, and Todoroki found himself focusing on Sero's fingers as they glossed across his phone screen. The phone speaker didn't fill the space, but they quietly played the beat to a song Todoroki thought he recognized. This cool? It's, Sero fumbled with his phone to... This cool? It's, Sero fumbled with his phone to find the title. Little Boy by Kurisu Mello? Yeah, it's fine. Cool. Man, this is nice. Sero closed his eyes and leaned his head back. Just relaxing, you know? Yeah. Todoroki had to admit, this is really relaxing. The night air chilled him in a way that was refreshing, and Sero had some kind of air about him. He seemed to be so easy to relax around, so level-headed and calm, it naturally made those around him the same. Oh man, Sero groaned and straightened his head back forward. I wish I had a chair out here. I have to remember to go get one from home. Todoroki caught Sero's gaze and gestured to himself. You can sit on the ground. No way, on this concrete? You're the only person with a personal heater. I'd freeze. I hate the cold, dude. Sero shivered, whether from the actual night air or just to be dramatic. Todoroki wasn't sure. It's not that bad, Todoroki assured. He then paused and considered if he didn't have his fire powers to warm him up and his resistant to the cold from his ice powers. I mean, I don't think it's that bad. Dude, Sero laughed. You don't sound convincing at all. If you want to sit down, you should. He paused. I could help keep you warm, if you want. Todoroki rushed it out. He was embarrassed to offer his fire quirk when he still had such complicated feelings with it. But if he could use it to be helpful, it would be helpful to him and his mindset. so he wanted to offer. Plus, it was Sero, and if he could help Sero, he wanted to. Maybe he still felt a little guilty from the sports festival. Or maybe it was something else, but looking at Sero now, he just wanted to be helpful. Sero didn't respond right away. When Todoroki turned to see why, he found Sero already looking back at him, studying him. Are you offering to cuddle with me? His face burned so hot, he wouldn't be surprised if it bursted into flames. No, he sputtered. Sero blushed back at him but didn't turn away. I'm offering to warm the concrete. Oh, Sero smiled. Oh, that makes total sense. Yeah, dude, would you mind? No, I can do that. Todoroki leaned his left arm across the small distance between their two balconies. Stand back a little. Right, sure. Sero stepped to the other side of the balcony, and Todoroki lit a flame in his palm. He held it directly above the concrete, careful not to scorch it. He moved slowly in a large circle to warm a portion of it up. So, hey, how are you doing anyways? Do you like the dorm so far? Sero asked from his distance away, watching Todoroki. I like them. He gave a small answer, more focused on his task than the conversation. Yeah, me too. Better than at home. My room is bigger here, and I don't have to share it with my younger brother. Right. Yeah, I'm the middle child. I have two older sisters, one older sister, and one younger brother. My brother is the youngest. My older sisters are twins, though everybody says we all look the same. Same plain face. Sero sighed at that and rolled his neck. He placed one of his large hands at his nape and stared off into the distance. It's annoying, if I'm honest. I wish I was a bit more flashy. I got a plain soy sauce face and a plain quirk. How am I supposed to be a memorable big hero with that? Todoroki didn't answer. He wasn't sure how or if he was supposed to. He had no idea Sero thought of himself like this, and was surprised to hear the other boy vent, to him of all people. Ah, Sero turned back to Todoroki. Sorry, I just totally rambled. He rubbed his neck in embarrassment and looked away again. It's all right, Todoroki managed to say. I really don't mind. He killed the flame in his hands and pressed his palm to the floor. It should be warm enough now. Sweet! Sero crossed to edge nearest to Todoroki and settled down. Wow, thanks, dude. It's nice and cozy now. He gave Todoroki a big smile. He studied the other boy from across the balcony. Muttering over what the boy had said about himself, he felt a bit disturbed. Sero? Yeah? I don't think your face is plain like soy sauce. Ha, thanks, man, but you don't have to do that. I know who I am, and it's not a... I think your face is bright like the sun. Sero froze. Todoroki turned back to the view. Expression controlled, even as he caught Sero blushing out of the corner of his eye. Sero coughed awkwardly and turned to the view himself. Thanks! The atmosphere turned tense, and it disturbed Todoroki. It was wrong. Sero was always so light-hearted and relaxed. Did I say something wrong? He figured he must have, to ruin his calm mood. No, not at all, Sero assured, hands reaching across the railing to grab Todoroki's sleeve. Just, surprised me, that's all? Not a bad surprise, though, just, He glanced down to realize he was gripping onto his sleeve and quickly pulled himself away. Just a surprise. The air around them lightened, but only a little. Sero looked nervous, and Todoroki couldn't understand why. Why would a compliment make Sero so different? It had just been the truth anyways. Todoroki was sure he couldn't be the only one that felt so comfortable around Sero, that felt as brightened by his smile. He sighed. This was probably not something he was going to figure out right now, and he was too tired to give it more thought. I'm gonna head in. I should get some sleep. Ah, okay. Sero smiled and he stood up. It was great hanging out, dude. We should hang out more often. Yeah. He agreed and shuffled to the door. Don't stay out too long. Sero, it's getting late and it's a school night. Yeah, I will. Sero waved him off, still smiling. Good night, Todoroki. Todoroki stepped into his room before giving Sero one last glance. Good night, sunshine. He closed his door and retreated further into his room, leaving Sero and his burning face outside. What? Sero whispers, hands coming up to cover his hot cheeks. What the fuck? That was simple, that was short, that was sweet, and that was absolutely divine. 3-course meal right there. Sure, it was short, but sometimes you just want to sit, read something really quick, and relax, and this is the fanfic for you. This is the good one-shot. As always, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds, have a wonderful day or night. Join our community Discord server, link is in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.